He could smell it. Troubadour that he was, feather in his head, harp at his back. He sensed anew a tribulation, a wrongness that had settled, and the village distant was imperiled.